Today's July 25th, a day so packed with history, it makes April 15th feel like it's still waiting in line at the DMV. We've got coups, crashes, concerts, and cosmic conquests. From Puerto Rican politics to punk rock betrayals, today's date has more drama than a Real Housewives reunion set in a war room. So buckle up. It's time to march through time, where July 25th is less a day and more a 24-hour historical mosh pit. Segment 1, Puerto Rico. Still complicated after all these years. Puerto Rico on July 25th is like your Facebook relationship status. It's complicated. In 1898, the U.S. invaded during the Spanish-American War because nothing says liberation like showing up uninvited with warships. Then in 1917, the U.S. gave Puerto Rican citizenship, which was sort of like handing someone a Costco membership while still charging them an entry fee. By 1952, they had a constitution and became a commonwealth. Progress, right? Except they're still not a state, still can't vote for president, and still only get one non-voting delegate in Congress, basically a political emoji. Then in 1978, the Cerro Maravilla murders. 2 pro-independence activists were killed by police because nothing says Happy Constitution Day like a government-sponsored tragedy. Puerto Rico's political status is a century-long cliffhanger: statehood, independence, or permanently stuck in limbo. Choose your fighter. Segment 2, Tunisia goes from treaty to tweetable. In 1956, Tunisia finally told France to hit the road. After 75 years of colonial rule, Tunisia became independent, thanks to Habib Bourguiba, a man with a name that sounds like a jazz solo and a punch like a revolution. And then, just a year later, Bourguiba got rid of the monarchy, because why stop at one seismic political shift when you can have 2 for the price of 1? It's the political equivalent of clearing your entire browser history and throwing the laptop into the sea. This wasn't just a power shuffle, it was a full-on political exorcism. Goodbye, colonial overlords. Hello, messy democratic adolescence. Segment 3, Mussolini's bad day. July 25th, 1943, Benito Mussolini was finally fired from his self-appointed job of supreme dictator and occasional scowler. Italy's fascist Grand Council voted him out after Allied forces landed in Sicily. When even fascists hold a vote to remove you, that's how you know you've really blown it. Mussolini was arrested by the king. And let's be clear, when a guy named Victor Emmanuel thinks you're too extra, maybe it's time to reconsider your life choices. This was a rare moment in history. Italy pivoted away from fascism, and it wasn't just about fashion. Segment 4, Blériot makes history and Ryanair jealous. In 1909, French aviator Louis Blériot flew across the English Channel in 37 minutes. That's faster than TSA pre-check and more effective than most modern airlines during a thunderstorm. He flew from France to England in a monoplane that looked like it was assembled from popsicle sticks and hope. It was the first international airplane flight, and the moment he landed, he proved that even the sky had no borders anymore, just airspace fees. From "I think I can fly" to "holy crap, I did it," Blériot's flight opened the door to international travel, air wars, and yes, the miracle of the middle seat. Segment 5, Face on Mars, Pareidolia's greatest hit. In 1976, NASA's Viking 1 captured the infamous face on Mars. It looked like a giant carved face in the dust and instantly sparked conspiracy theories. Ancient aliens, Martian gods, David Bowie's summer home. Spoiler alert, it was just rocks and shadows. But try telling that to the guy in the desert wearing a tinfoil hat and screaming into a GoPro. We learned 2 things that day. Mars has craters that mess with our brains, and humans can turn anything into a face, including burnt toast and cloud formations. Segment 6, Dylan goes electric and folk fans lose it. July 25th, 1965. Bob Dylan went electric at the Newport Folk Festival, and half the audience acted like he just spat on Woody Guthrie's harmonica. Imagine your favorite acoustic poet suddenly plugging into a Marshall amp and singing about loneliness with feedback. That's like discovering Mr. Rogers secretly fronts Metallica. Folk purists booed. Pete Seeger allegedly tried to cut the mic cable with an axe. That's not a metaphor, that's just musical rage and 120 decibels. But Dylan's bold move basically invented modern rock. So you're welcome, electric guitar solos and every indie band with feelings. Segment 7, the Andrea Doria, Titanic's stylish cousin. In 1956, the Andrea Doria collided with the Stockholm off the coast of Nantucket and sank. 51 people died. It was dubbed the Titanic of the 50s, except with more Italian leather and less iceberg. Both ships saw each other, both ships turned, but like a bad rom-com, they turned the wrong way, toward each other. The Doria listed because the crew didn't fill empty fuel tanks with seawater. Why? To save on refueling costs. Apparently sinking is cheaper than seawater. This was a disaster powered by human error, fog, and cost-cutting. Basically, corporate culture afloat. Segment 8. WikiLeaks drops a bombshell, July 25th, 2010. WikiLeaks published over 90,000 classified U.S. military documents about the war in Afghanistan. That's not a leak, that's a torrential downpour with footnotes. It revealed everything: civilian casualties, secret raids, and that war wasn't exactly going great. It was the first time people got war news faster from a PDF than a press conference. The Pentagon scrambled, politicians yelled, and everyone Googled, "Can you go to jail for reading this?" Whether you think it was whistleblowing or a security risk, one thing's clear. On July 25th, the information age became the age of, oops, that was supposed to be classified. Segment 9, Louise Brown, the IVF miracle baby. In 1978, Louise Joy Brown was born, the world's first baby conceived through IVF. That's right, before this, your only two baby options were Stort delivery or Wine and Marvin Gaye. Her birth changed everything. For millions struggling with infertility, it was hope in a petri dish. Of course, some people were horrified. Test tube babies? They thought she'd glow in the dark or have barcode eyes. But nope, Louise turned out fine. She just arrived with more science than romance. This wasn't just a medical breakthrough. It was a reminder that sometimes miracles come with a lab coat and a microscope. In conclusion, so there you have it, July 25th, the historical gift basket nobody asked for, but everyone remembers. It's a day that brought us coups and concerts, independence, and in vitro fertilization. It's the only day where Mussolini gets fired, Bob Dylan plugs in, and Mars gets a face. History isn't always kind, but it's always loud on July 25th. Whether it's the roar of a plane engine, the wail of a guitar, or the silent scream of a sinking ship, this day reminds us that progress and chaos go hand in hand, and sometimes they share a birthday. Until next time, keep questioning history, because it might just surprise you, especially on days like this one.